Derrick Henry's $250,000 secret isn't necessarily just his workouts or his recovery. A lot of it is his diet. Well, King Henry spends 250K on his diet and his recovery and workouts. I'm going to actually give three things you can do for the average football fan, the average guy who wants to lose weight and feel better. So steal those and then hang around to the end. The sports media went crazy. Everybody made reels and YouTube videos about his diet. They said he only ate at 4 and 5 p.m. and he would play football games and lift weights and train. I thought it all sounded suspect when I was looking into it. No professional athlete or NFL player is going to spend $250,000 and eat one meal a day. It just doesn't make sense. So I did some digging to see if it was true. King Henry did an interview with Good Morning Football to finally set the record straight. The dude does not spend $250,000 and have a personal chef to only eat one meal a day. There's no way he could perform off that or any professional athlete. King Henry even said if he waited and fasted all day and he waited until 4 or 5 p.m. to eat, he said, I would be a stick figure. What he actually does is pretty simple. It makes a little bit more sense. No, he doesn't wait until 4 to 5 p.m. to eat his foods. He actually just does intermittent fasting. He eats in an 8-hour window, probably doesn't like tracking calories, eats most of the same foods. This helps him stay on track. He probably knows what his body needs, and it just makes it easy and convenient for him. He starts his first meal with avocado, kale, and spinach. I don't know what that's about. He didn't go too far into it, but it can definitely be optimized. You guys want to have protein with each meal, whether you're losing weight or building muscle. We want to have some sort of protein source, not just carbs and fats. But, clearly it's working for him. So he did say he likes to push his meals back farther, eat at 2 p.m. or maybe a little later on days that he's recovering. He's getting IVs, doing hard weight training. He's just intentionally focusing on recovering. That's when he'll push his meals back farther. So yeah, he doesn't do some superhuman starvation diet or anything like that, or eats one meal a day or no OMAD. He essentially focuses on whole foods, does intermittent fasting. I created Fitballer because I've coached clients and gotten a ton of results. And one thing that I've learned is daily habits and accountability matter more than anything. You can lose weight with any kind of diet out there, but you can also put it right back on too if it's not realistic. So there's certain daily habits that'll help you lose weight, help you feel better. I created Fitballer. Essentially, you'll be on a team competing against another team, and whoever scores the most points will win cash at the end of the month. And there's affiliate cash too. So you can refer your buddies and your friends and family, and you could also get some cash that way. So Fitballer to join it is in the description. Hit the link, join us. Let's go have some fun. Probably eats 2 meals most of the time. Focuses on whole foods.
Very strict. No gluten, no artificial sugars, no fried foods, no dairy. And
so pretty much just eats clean, does intermittent fasting. You probably aren't spending $250K a year on your diet or your workout or your recovery, nor do you have a personal chef or you laying around doing IV drips. But if you're an average football fan out there or a working dad, you can steal some of these tips I'm going to talk about so you can lose some weight and you can start feeling better again. So the first is just intermittent fasting. I definitely give this a thumbs up. Doesn't work for everybody, but it works for a lot of people, right? All you do is eat your meals in an 8-hour window. Most people will eat their first meal around 10 a.m. or 12. Stick to three meals and you're going to be golden, right? This works really well for guys who are sedentary and not very active. And it works for active guys too, right? But if you're sedentary, you have a sedentary job, this will work really well for you. Who it's not good for are guys that are type 1 diabetic, or if you have a super high stressful lifestyle, fasting can sometimes add more stress to guys, but it just makes it easy. It's not magic or rocket science or anything like that. It essentially just helps you compress your eating window so you're not eating as much calories throughout the day. Overall, I like intermittent fasting. It definitely works for most people. You can definitely steal this. Eating 2 meals a day is probably not ideal. I'm sure King Henry has this all dialed in. His results obviously speak for themselves, but could definitely be better and improved here, right? For the average guy, I wouldn't recommend 2 meals a day. If you're trying to lose weight, probably not going to help you stay full. You're probably going to be hungry off 2 meals. I know I am, and the clients I've worked with before typically are two. But if you want to just lose weight, it'll work. 2 meals a day will definitely work. However, it can cause issues with digestion, and we really want to make sure we're getting enough protein while we're losing weight and cutting. You want at least zero point 0.8 grams times your goal body weight and protein per day. Let's say if you had to eat 200 grams of protein per day, that would be 100 grams of protein in each sitting in each meal, right? So if you can sit down and eat a pound of beef 2 times a day in a meal in a setting, right? That's what that can look like. Does it work? Absolutely. Is it optimal? Not at all. Especially not for the average football fan or guy trying to lose weight and get healthier. I said you may end up being hungrier. 2 meals a day will work. Do I recommend it for everybody? No. I think three is probably a little more optimal and better for your digestive system and just realistic. Talked about he avoids dairy and gluten and fried foods and added sugars. Definitely, right? Inflammation can definitely slow down your weight loss and cause health issues. That's been proven. Not everybody has a dairy or gluten sensitivity or allergy. We're all a little bit different, right? Something you can do is cut all those foods out of your diet for 7 days and just start. I'm going to eat dairy for a week. Am I reacting? Do I have any skin issues? Any kind of stomach issues? No, I'm cool with that, right? I'm going to eat some gluten, right? Am I having any kind of skin issues? Am I having any kind of bloating, stool stuff? Am I constipated or my stool's better? Do I have more energy? Those are things you'll all notice. Pull those things out of your diet like he does, but also introduce them back in and see if you have any kind of issues with them. I personally just like to keep them out of my diet most of the time, right? If you want more football and fitness content, give me a follow.